Hello, folks. This is Colin Chisholm with the final episode of my top 20 of 2022. Here we go, top 5 time. If you've missed any of my previous episodes, please go back and check those out first. We've got the top 20, the top 15, the whatever. Go watch them. They're there. They're ready for you. But this is it. This is my top 5 of last year. So let's get right into this. So first I want to start with a film I checked out on Netflix. It's called All Quiet on the Western Front. It is an adaptation of a German classic all about World War I, completely brutal and harrowing and frankly an anti-war film. And it is so incredibly shot and well made and beautiful and such a refreshing perspective. It's produced, directed, acted by, spoken in German. It's all German. And that's a perspective we don't always get to see from war films. And I thought it was such a refreshing, interesting, beautiful, and brutal thing. I watched it totally on a whim, and I was completely blown away by it. Go check that out. It's on Netflix now. Next, we have another film I watched. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once. I watched it kind of recently, so again, a little bit of recency bias happening there, but it's available now on Prime Video. But it is just a beautiful sort of meaning of life film with the trappings of kind of an action comedy. Starring Michelle Yeoh. She is a business owner, Chinese American, who is dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of pressure in her life, a lot of bills to deal with, and family kind of collapsing around her, when all of a sudden everything snaps into place and she realizes she has to help save the universe by taking on personalities from different realities. And it's this sort of multiverse moment that happens. And it's zany and weird and hilarious, but also deeply moving and so heartfelt and absolutely melted my heart. And definitely go watch it. It's gonna be all over the Oscars. You're gonna be sick of hearing of it, trust me. Go watch it now. Anyways, that's Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's on Prime Video now. Next, this is the only Apple show that has made it onto my top 20 so far. It's Severance. Severance completely blew my mind. It was a totally unique, original idea, beautifully, artfully realized, wonderfully directed. Ben Stiller, one of the directors. Basically, what the idea here is that this company called Lumen, employees can decide to have their brains severed so that when they go to work, they don't remember anything that happens there, and when they leave, they just go about their lives. But the part of them that is severed, that is stuck down there, is basically living in a modern iteration of hell where work never ends. And it's such a cool idea, and the story is so good, and there's another season coming, and I can't wait to see what they do with it next. So that's Severance. That's on Apple TV+. Go check it out. My number two, here we go, Better Call Saul. It's on Netflix now, so you can watch, I think, the first 5 seasons. Every season of Better Call Saul just gets better and better and better. Bob Odenkirk is just incredible as this really skeezy, corrupt lawyer who tries any way he can to make a buck, but you can't help but root for him. He's just so endearing and wonderful and lovely. And Ray Seahorn is really great cast member for this as well. In fact, I think in many ways she sort of steals the show just by being so incredible at what she does. If you haven't started Better Call Saul, maybe you like Breaking Bad a lot. Trust me when I say this, and this is weird, but it's actually better than Breaking Bad. It has surpassed that show. So good. Go watch Better Call Saul. It's on Netflix now. And finally, my number 1 of 2022, you may have seen this coming. It's Andor. Andor on Disney+, the most shocking number 1 I could have thought of. Even though I am a Star Wars fan, I didn't think this would be as good as it was, because it didn't have to be as good as it was. It already has this massive, captive audience ready to watch more Star Wars stuff. And yet, Andor is this beautiful, amazing show about people who are being stomped down on and who are dealing with things like fascism and corruption and stuff, and all the little things they do to try to make their world a little bit better. And it's so well performed. Diego Luna playing Cassian Andor is so wonderfully nuanced and deep, and oh my God, Andor, I just go watch it, please. It's on Disney Plus now. Andor, by far the biggest surprise, my favorite thing I watched all year. Some of the best heist sequences, a really great prison moment that happens. Oh my gosh, the cameos are so good. I know I'm kind of blabbing on here, but seriously, Andor, 2022, best thing I watched this year. And guess what? That's the end of the list. That's my top 20 of 2022. I hope you've enjoyed. Send me an email. Let me know what you think. Was this, did I screw it all up here? Too much fantasy and sci-fi maybe? Let me know. My email is here, so just reach out anytime. But that's going to do it for this episode of Streaming Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in, for checking this out. If you want more content, guess what? We got it for you. Just click here. We got more great shows for you. And if you want, we'd love to have you subscribe. So click the subscribe button right over here. Thanks so much.